Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Hope Logan has no idea the hell that is in store for her at Forrester Creations, thanks to her boss and nemesis Steffy Forrester. Hope's fashion line Hope for the Future is already on the chopping block, and things are about to get worse for her. Here's what's coming up next on B&B, spoilers ahead. Since the war between Steffy and Hope began heating up, Steffy has made it no secret that she's tired of all the Logan women calling the shots at her family's company. In fact, she said almost those exact words to her father Ridge Forrester. With Hope Logan, Brooke Logan, Katie Logan, and Donna Logan all roaming the halls at Forrester Creations, Steffy was seriously outnumbered. But all that is about to change. According to Bold and the beautiful spoilers, there are two Forrester women returning to the CBS soap this month. Ivy Forrester and Electra Forrester are both set to waltz into work at the family company on October 22nd. B&B has already released promo photos with Brewer and Grace, and they are posing in the boardroom at FC. In another shot, Ivy and Electra are posing with Carter Walton at Forrester Creations. It's pretty clear Ivy and Electra will be fixtures at their family business, and it looks like they will be on Team Steffy, now that Steffy has two true Forresters on her side. B&B spoilers hint she will begin her plan to railroad the Logan women out of Forrester Creations. Here's hoping they don't put it to a vote, because now Hope is the one who is outnumbered. Do you think that Ivy and Electra will bump heads with Hope on their cousin's behalf? Or will Steffy's plan backfire because of her old rivalry with Ivy Forrester? The sun cast a golden glow over the sprawling Forrester mansion as Steffy Forrester paced across her sleek office. The sound of her heels clicking against the polished floor echoed with determination. She could feel the weight of the war that was brewing, one that had been simmering beneath the surface for years. A battle of legacy, loyalty, and family pride. The Forresters versus the Logans. And now, the moment had come. Steffy was ready to stake her claim and tip the balance in favor of her family. Sitting behind her desk, she studied the latest fashion sketches. Bold lines, avant-garde fabrics, everything screamed Forrester excellence. But her thoughts were far from the next collection. The war between the Forresters and the Logans had become more than just a rivalry over fashion. It was personal. Brooke Logan had always been a thorn in her side, forever entangling herself in Forrester affairs, marriages, and boardroom decisions. Steffy was determined to put an end to the Logans' influence once and for all. The office door creaked open, and her brother, Thomas Forrester, stepped inside. His jaw was set, and his eyes reflected the same fire that burned within Steffy. "Are you ready for this?" Thomas asked, his voice low but intense. Steffy glanced up, her gaze steely. "I've been ready for years, Thomas. It's time the Forresters reclaim what's rightfully ours." Thomas nodded in agreement, stepping closer to the desk. He spread out a set of documents before her, plans that would shift the tide of Forrester Creations, and, by extension, their family's power. "With these, we'll make sure the Logans have no foothold in this company. Brooke's influence has poisoned Dad's decisions for too long." Steffy's lips curled into a sly smile as she looked at the documents. They were contracts strategically crafted to marginalize any Logan influence in the company. If Steffy and Thomas executed their plan right, Brooke Logan, Hope, and any Logan loyalists would be left with nothing but scraps. Steffy tapped a pen against her chin thoughtfully. "I'll need to call in reinforcements. We have allies, but we need to be strategic. The board needs to be on our side, completely." "You mean you're bringing in Granddad?" Thomas raised an eyebrow. Steffy's smile widened. "Eric is loyal to the Forrester name, not to Brooke. He'll back us, especially once he sees how much better Forrester Creations will be without the Logans' constant interference. Plus, I have a feeling he's tired of Brooke's drama." Thomas leaned back, crossing his arms. "What about Dad? He's still tangled with Brooke. If she manipulates him, he could undo everything." Steffy's expression darkened. Ridge Forrester's relationship with Brooke had been a source of frustration for years. Their on-again, Off-again romance had caused endless turmoil in the Forrester family, and Steffi knew her father's emotions could be easily swayed by Brooke's charm. "I'll handle Dad," Steffi said firmly. "I know how to appeal to him. He wants what's best for the company. And for our family. Brooke is nothing but a distraction." Thomas wasn't convinced, but he trusted Steffi's resolve. They were a team after all, and together they would win this war. Later that evening, Steffi met with Eric Forrester at the Forrester estate. The patriarch of the family sat at the head of the dining table, his eyes filled with wisdom and years of experience. Steffi sat across from him, her voice calm yet persuasive. "Granddad, you've seen what Brooke's influence has done to this family, to this company. We need to solidify the Forrester legacy without her meddling in our business decisions." Eric's eyes softened as he regarded his granddaughter. He had always admired Steffi's ambition and strength. She was a true Forrester, through and through. But Brooke had also been a part of his life for decades, and while their relationship had been rocky, she had played an important role in Forrester Creations' success. "Steffi, Brooke has her flaws, but she's also been an asset to the company in many ways," Eric said, his voice measured. Steffi leaned forward, her gaze unwavering. "She was an asset, Granddad, but not anymore. She's using her connection to Dad to manipulate decisions. Forrester Creations should be about the Forrester name, not the Logans. We need to take control before it's too late." Eric sighed, rubbing his temples. "And you think you and Thomas are the ones to take charge of this war?" Steffi nodded confidently. "We're ready. Thomas and I have a plan to ensure the company's future stays in Forrester hands." There was a pause as Eric considered her words. He could see the passion in her eyes, the fire that reminded him so much of her grandmother, Stephanie Forrester. Stephanie had been a fierce protector of the Forrester family and its legacy, and Steffi was carrying that torch now. "Very well," Eric said at last, his voice firm. "I'll support you, Steffi, but you'll need to be careful. Brooke won't go down without a fight." Steffi smiled, a glint of victory in her eyes. "I wouldn't expect her to." The next few weeks were a whirlwind of secret meetings, strategy sessions, and carefully orchestrated moves. Steffi and Thomas worked tirelessly, securing allies within the company and slowly freezing out the Logans. Brooke sensed something was off, but by the time she realized what was happening, it was too late. The final blow came during a Forrester Creations board meeting. Steffi had called for a vote to restructure the leadership of the company. The proposal was clear. Steffi and Thomas would take over as co-CEOs, with Ridge in an advisory role. Brooke's position as a key decision-maker would be eliminated. Brooke stood up, her voice trembling with anger. "This is a betrayal. Ridge, how can you let this happen?" Ridge looked conflicted, but Steffi had already secured his support. She had appealed to his sense of family duty, reminding him that Forrester Creations had always been about their bloodline. His loyalty to Brooke couldn't outweigh his responsibility to his children and their legacy. "I'm sorry, Brooke," Ridge said, his voice heavy with regret, "but this is what's best for the company." Brooke's eyes filled with tears as she realized the full extent of Steffi's plan. The Logans had been outmaneuvered, their influence stripped away. Steffi had stacked the deck, and the Forrester family had won the war. As the meeting concluded, Steffi glanced around the room, her heart swelling with pride. The Forrester name was secure, and she had ensured that the Logans would never threaten it again. The battlefield had shifted, but in the end, Steffi had emerged victorious. The Forrester legacy would endure, stronger than ever. And as for Brooke, she had underestimated Steffi's resolve, but no one would make that mistake again.